Alright guys, and welcome back to yet again another FIFA video, and as you can tell by the title, this is going to be the first episode of Teammate Challenge for FIFA 14. So basically, for those of you that do not know, Teammate Challenge is kind of like an overpriced versus affordable, where I compare two players in the same position and give a review at the end on which player I prefer. However, what is different in this series is, of course, I compare teammates. But anyway, before we get started, one thing I do want to say is if you are looking for FIFA 14 coins, check out ultimateteam-coins.com. There will be a link to them in the description down below. They are fast and reliable. But anyway, for this first episode, we are going to be in the Barclays Premier League. And that's because we are going to be, with Arsenal, doing a teammate challenge between the wingers that are Lucas Podolski and Theo Walcott. So starting off with a little bit of an overview about both the players. Firstly, we will look at the price, and Podolski is around 8,000 coins, whereas Walcott is around 12,000 coins. However, it is only on the early release at the moment, so the prices of these players are going to change quite dramatically. Then looking at the weak foot, Podolski only has 2 stars, whereas Walcott has 3 stars. Skill moves, both players have 3 stars in this aspect. And then going on to the work rate, again, both players have the same work rate, being medium attacking and medium defensive. So then moving on to the second part of the review, here we're going to talk about the in-game stats of the players and also what I felt they played like in-game. So with Podolski, I thought he felt quite sluggish in all honesty, especially compared to his card last year, because last year he was very overpowered. However, this year he has been downgraded quite a bit in my opinion, even if it does not show that much in his rating. Also his shooting, even though it does say he's 87 rated and that his finishing is 86, I didn't think that was that reliable because he had quite a lot of shots, especially long shots. I didn't find them to be too great, but maybe that's because this year the game is pretty much all about finesse shots and not long shots, and that is probably why he has been affected quite majorly when it comes to shooting outside the box. But to be fair, regarding his shooting, his shot power is definitely reflective of his in-game ability being 91 rated, because when he does take long shots, they are very powerful. And when they do go on target, more often than not, you will at least get yourself a corner, simply because the keeper can't hold the ball because his shot is actually that powerful. Then finally, looking at his penalties, this is 93 rated overall, I think, in game. So probably one of the best penalty takers on the game, as you don't find many players with over 93 penalties. So then moving on to Walcott, in my opinion this year, this guy is incredible. Whoever said pace doesn't matter on FIFA 14 clearly didn't play with Theo Walcott, because Walcott does just show how overpowered pace actually is on FIFA 14. Also regarding his other stats, his finishing has been massively increased this year, and that enables him to score much more goals, especially coming in from the right wing. Then also looking at his long shots, unfortunately this guy is pathetic at long shots, and his shot power isn't much better either, but to be honest, he doesn't actually need to shoot that often from long distances simply because of his pace. What I mean by this is, because he is so quick, he doesn't need to shoot from long distances simply because he can outpace any defender on the game, so he can just run past the defender and get close to goal and then simply finesse it around the keeper and get himself an easy goal. Also his crosses aren't actually that bad, but to be fair, I did play him in a right forward position, so most of the time he was shooting instead of crossing, but I did actually love playing with this guy on FIFA 14. So then that does actually bring us on to the part of the video where I talk about the goals and assists each player got within the same amount of games. And as you can see, Podolski managed to get himself 7 assists and 3 goals in 10 games. So much more of a provider this year on FIFA 14 than a goal scorer, with him only getting 3 goals in 10 games, which in all honesty was quite disappointing, seeing though he does have such high finishing and long shots and just so many good shooting abilities. But then going on to Theo Walcott, this guy was incredible, and this can be seen through his stats. 10 games he played as well, he got himself 10 goals and 2 assists, so an incredible goal scorer on FIFA 14 in my opinion, and he just fitted into my style of play perfectly. And because of that, because of Theo Walcott's goal scoring abilities and of course his sprint speed, as well as many other things. I have actually decided to give him the winner of this episode. But anyway guys, unfortunately that does bring us to the end of the video. If you have enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel as well, and it would be incredible if we could get ourselves around 25 likes for this first video on Teammate Challenge for FIFA 14.